Scottish group called the Islanders that appeared in television. You know, country music.
Country music, all right. Right. I can't remember. I think they just sung country, but well, would you try it? Well, the famous.
Who?
Like,
Aye, the Islanders, yeah.
Islanders.
It was a bit like, you know, the guy with the tent, he sang in a tent.
No.
He always wore these clothes, foreign singer. He had some hit records.
What record?
I'm trying to remember.
Oh, here we go. Right, well, listen, can I want to just jump in here again, because I've just taken this image. I took a screenshot of that image. Can you see that?
Aye.
So just for historical purposes, because we winded through that. So who is
Hysterical as well.
Who is this?
My papa and my
That's
grandpa.
That's Papa McCulloch with who's that sitting his knee?
And what was his name? Was he Joe? What was he? What name was he?
Edward.
Edward.
Right.
And the woman on the right with the baby is a trainer. She's the trainer of the family.
That's right.
What's her name? Do we know?
To be honest, no.
Do you remember it, Michael? Was it Mary?
I vaguely remember up the Course Hill.
So they lived
up the Course Hill.
So they lived up.
John, the older ones would remember all that. You, Michael, and I, and no John, right doing. We don't remember them as much, but the old Annie, Agnes, and them all, they would know every one of them.
Aye.
Auntie Maggie must be there.
Aye, she's there. Well, right hand side, Michael, is my dad.
With the wee boy.
The wee boy, my dad.
Standing down.
And the wee lassie standing at his feet.
Which one?
Is my Auntie Bridget.
Is this? So who's the
See,
boy?
You come down the front row.
Aye.
Right, the right hand side, the wee lassie with a big boner here.
Yeah.
That's my Auntie Bridget.
Auntie Bridget.
She stayed in Ladyford as well. Auntie Bridget Butler was her married name.
Butler was her married, yeah. And Jim was the right McCulloch.
Oh my God, he was. His her son Jim Butler. She's only one boy, Jim Butler, and he was actually practically up with our son, wasn't he, Michael? He was like never out of her house.
He was always in and out, and then he was in the army for a wee while.
Right. Okay.
Aye.
And who's the boy?
He came back in a game with the Buffs.
Ah.
What did he?
Aye.
I didn't know that.
Who was that?
That would be, well, that must have been the early 60s.
No, that.
Oh, that 40. Well, my father's, he was born in 1905.
4? Was it no 4? No?
I think.
I didn't know that. I didn't know that.
So where is he? Sorry, just to clarify.
1904, sorry, 1904.
That's right.
And where is he in this? Sorry, just to help us out, guys.
He died.
Where is he?
Jim died.
No, Tom, he's known this one, you know, my father. Which one's my father?
Oh, the one at the right hand side. The wee boy at the right hand side.
This boy here.
Standing below.
No, below that, John. That wee boy there, to the left of your cursor. Aye, that's him.
Here.
Ah.
And that's my Uncle Alec, the boy at the back row between the lasses. My Uncle Alec.
And it was Alec and Joan.
Joan.
Joan used to stay in, what do they call it? No, Redstone. You know, round for Church Street. Halfway up Church Street, you turn round.
Duffet Lane.
No, it's headed in that direction, but it's not. It's called something else.
Halfway up Church Street.
Halfway up,
Abbey,
Church Street.
Abbey Road, Abbey.
Wood takes you into the chapel.
Maybe it is. Well, they stayed there before they emigrated to Canada with Dennis and Michael. With Dennis and
Dennis and, oh my, John.
John was
Big-
the older
the big-
brother.
Tall boy, John. Dennis, I
Yeah.
used to run about with Dennis. You and I.
As Dennis was the boy, yeah.
Wow.
That's a cousin. Aye.
But some of the lasses looked like photographs taken straight out of our photographs.
That's right.
That wee lassie, my father's knee. No, my father's knee, my grandfather's knee.
Aye.
Looks like,
She's like her Catherine, that one.
and the wee lassie next to the baby
Me, her,
looks like you.
me, aye.
Wow.
When I was younger, the lights are, and then there was Annie. Was that no man to Annie? See the one to the left, Michael? With the long hair, left hand side there. I'm
Oh.
looking at
It could have been that, yeah. It could have been.
that. I think that was my Auntie Annie. Aye, Auntie Annie. No, cousin
Which one's
Annie.
Maggie? Which one's Maggie?
Maggie.
Which one's Maggie? Because she's the one
Maggie.
that was married to John. I can't remember his second name now.
Demo?
John Gamble, I think it was John they called him.
Aye, John Demo.
And
That's right.
when he came home to the pub one night, went to his bed, and he was asleep. He woke up the next morning, and the room was all white. He thought
That's
he
right.
thought he was in heaven.
Aye, she painted on, the two of them didn't go on.
The
So
bed,
she painted the bed while he was sleeping, he was through. She painted the bed, everyone was all white, and when we woke up, he says, oh my, he thought he was in heaven.
yeah,
They were playing tricks on each other, didn't they, Michael?
that's
They
right.
always played tricks. My mother told us they played tricks on each other.
Poor Margaret was fashioned in her Auntie Maggie.
Wow.
She was
What
like
was that?
her. Poor Margaret was very similar to Auntie Maggie.
Oh, the double. Oh, she was, and that's where us McCulloch, when we start laughing, the tears come down our face. You shed tears when you're laughing.
Aye.
Well, my Aunt Maggie, do you remember she used to read the cups?
Oh no.
She used to read my mother's cup. She was sitting, she was really
She
stood
said-
loving.
Just told my mother one day you've got a tea leaf in the family.
My mother read the cups. My mother read the cups as well, didn't she?
Ah, she did, yeah.
I used to sit beside her.
She said somebody, she looked at the cup one day and said, somebody's drank this. There's none left.
It was dry tea leaves, John.
Right.
And the dry tea leaves at the time, no tea
Aye.
bags. It was dry-
It was
and
real-
had your tea, and what they done was, when you come after you're finished, you put it in a saucer and you boiled it 3 times. And then my mother would look at it, and then she would start reading it. Now I used to watch it with her. I says, what's that? She says, well, that's a dog means a good friend. And she used to tell us all these things, Ken.
Right.
Eh,
Somebody's going to die tomorrow.
she used to tell Mrs. Reynolds, used to come up to her cup read all the time, and she would come back, she says, oh, that happened, Sally, that happened. But it really was, oh, thanks, Jim.
She should start everybody up by telling
She was
them.
really good at it, wasn't she, Michael? She was good at it.
He said someone would die tomorrow. So we're all sitting in the same room the whole night. Put
Oh,
in the picture.
God.
Right.
Oh, my.
What's actually amazing for me is the kind of similarities.
Oh, they can see it, yeah, looking at that photo.
And the kind of and obviously it's black and white. It's just interesting to see Yeah, how they look.
Somebody's got the original photograph and it had the names in the back,
Aye, that's right.
all written in the back. So I don't know who's got the original.
That's really good. It's brilliant.
Our Agnes and Annie, they could tell you. I used to know all the names, Ken. I used to know them, but
The
you
Mary
are just
trainer. The Mary trainer.
Mary.
That was
I say
my
earlier on, I think it's Mary Trainer.
grandmother.
Mary McCulloch, my gran.
She
Well,
came to Ireland.
I'm actually coming up in a fortnight to go to the Isle of Arran, so I might just organise to jump in and see a couple of the aunties.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
That's what you do,
No
son.
Although I've probably not seen most of them since I was a boy, right enough. I need to do that because I'll go or I'll go.
If you want, come with me and I'll take you down to your Auntie Annie's.
Yeah.
And Annie's got a lot of stories.
I was
She's,
First time I saw that island, I ran.
he gives you the George, you've got to think. And I can't think, but I go on to that one.
Aye. Well, on the subject of Arran, this is another kind of tale.
I'm laughing.
The family tale. Did any of you guys work there in Arran?
No,
Oh.
the lassies worked in the summer.
Lasses did.
The lassies all
Aye.
worked in the summer.
Mamie,
John. Yeah.
Auntie Margaret.
Marty. No, does Margaret work there?
I'm sure Margaret, she was always telling us stories about that. She used to
I'm
work in
not-
Ireland when she was a wee lassie.
I've not been there since the goat fell.
Maybe in Agnes, I think. Or was it Rossi?
Did you not get that one, Elizabeth?
No, I did not. What was it?
No, I've not been there since the goat fell.
Go fail. Tim and I walked off up, and the rest of the we just say to the rest of the ways, "You's going ahead," and we found this wee chair thing. We sat in it,
All
and I
right.
says, "I'll wait to hear this." I went up a wee walk. I left Jim sitting a wee seat it was, and I'm walking on in about. I says, "Oh, Jim, there's some size of rabbits up here. There must be." And Jim said, "Aye, what's wrong? Can I see the size of shit? I mean, really? They're big." And Jim going, "What are you talking about, Elizabeth?" I said, "Just look at, come and see this." And all these pellets, these big pellets. Rabbit shite. It says, "Oh, for God's sake, you never seen sheep's shit." I said, "Honest to God, I've never, I didn't ken sheep shit like rabbits, but bigger." Honest to God.
You ever see the lamb lashed?
No, I've never seen the lamb lash. Oh my.
There's a man called Douglas.
A man
That's
called
man.
That's how
Douglas.
Fantastic.
Well,
lamb lash. Out the bay, lamb lash. That's Holy
Oh,
Island.
John, you write all them doing because they're originals.
I've got them. Well, we're recording this now, so we've got it.
What I
That bit,
God.
out in lamb
That
lash.
was my swear.
Oh, you're fine. You're fine. It's going to be real.
Have you started it?
Started. But it's the same as last week, and well, it'll just be there. We'll shut it up and some of the family can watch it. So that was answered. So some of the family did work in Isle of Arran. Fantastic.
Yes, the lasses worked there every summer.
Waitresses and I think there were waitresses and that were they stayed there. And my mother used to take us over to see them at the weekend, some
Right.
weekend.
The ferry, yeah.
Remember, they used
Aye.
to have a lot of cafes along the front there.
I remember Phyllis and I took the kids to Arran.
Went to the castle, Brodick Castle.
We were all over the place, but coming back, the Glen Sannox had broken down. That was the ferry that took you back to Ardrossan.
Yeah.
We waited for a couple of hours and a replacement. There's an American boat came in eventually and replaced it.
The American Navy boat.
American Navy boat came in. And, aye. to take us back to Ardrossan.
10 o'clock at night.
And the funny thing is, they're all queued up, and there was somebody on board the ship. It was still the Glen Sannox. It was just moored there, and they made chips for everybody, and they sold packs of chips. And then when the American boat replaced it, came in berth, we were all thinking about going onto the boat, and we were being guided. We'd met this American family earlier on in the day. They didn't queue, they just walked past everybody and went onto the boat. Nobody stopped them. They just walked past everybody. That was the first time I ever knew that the Americans don't know what a queue is.
They just walked past you, so went to the front.
They all in the boat, and even the boat's crew just looked at them. They didn't like to stop them.
No.
They just thought that was the way to do it. We were all waiting. We were all waiting to be told to go on a queue.
Oh my God.
Wow, that's brilliant. That's brilliant. I thought, well, I've got something else to share with you. So I saw this. It's no our family, but this is a 50s picture, and this is for the what is this? Abbey Primary.
Aye.
1951. Abbey Primary.
I went to St. Winnings when I was 4. That was 1950.
1950, right.
I went to St. Winnings in 1950.
I went in 1974.
I was young. I could have stayed at home till
So
the next year.
1950, you started primary, Uncle Michael.
Yeah.
Wow. Now, what was coming out for this picture as well, there's a couple of obviously Cowannon folk here, but one of the comments is the fact the class size, and they're saying that the class sizes were like in 50 plus, the number of kids that were in a class.
Oh, there were big classes then, Michael, wasn't there?
Yeah, and Big Boys Day.
Aye.
Classes.
Oh, there really were. There were some
Classes.
classes.
No, there were a lot of big classes I had. I never thought anything of it, but the classroom was full.
Mhm.
We used to sit at the desk.
It seems to be that
Even when we went there in the 70s, I remember, well, primary 1 and primary 2 at St. Winnings was the same class, and they used to date in the hall.
that's right.
And
That's what
there was
happened.
about 60 or 70 of us all in that one room.
Mhm.
And it was weird because in 1974, when I started St. Winnings, half that room was our family because everybody had Waynes all at that age. There was loads of us all went to school at the same time. There was me,
Aye.
Simon and Martin, they were there, Kevin, James.
Wow.
Oh, there was, I can't even name them all. There was that many as actually all went to St. Winnings.
Aye.
I can remember the first day at St. Winnings, and at lunchtime, I think it was Margaret, used to nip down to the shop and she got me a big red ice lolly. And the bell went for the end of lunchtime. And I just went back and still carrying this lollipop. And I stuck it in the desk. And the teacher came up to me eventually and said, "Mr. Red Stuff is dropping on the floor, Michael." I opened the desk and the lollipop was melting like mad. All my books were coloured red. And that was the first day I was there. And I went there. When I went there in the morning, I wanted to go. I didn't want to go to school. I wanted to go back home again. The lasses persuaded me to go.
Did they persuade you lovingly or did you push?
Lovingly.
Lovingly, right? Just check.
Aye.
We used to go down to next to the shop in the corner just outside St. Winnings. You know, go down towards the main street. There was a wee factory, not a factory, knitting, what do you call it?
Aye.
Eh?
In the middle.
Sewing
Jim Butler's wife used to work there.
hosiery. A hosiery.
A hosiery, yeah. Well, she used to feed me with sweeties and sandwiches at lunchtime.
That's
And
brilliant.
Anne, I think, Anne. Jim
Anne?
Butler's wife. Or maybe
Can we
not.
get that? Come on.
Right. Oh, brilliant. I think that's a great photograph. It'd be interesting to see if any of the families got some old school photographs, because that would be brilliant to see.
Yeah. Well, I recognise a few of the faces, but not the names.
I so do you.
So I've got some names here. There's a Wilson Miller, Jim Smith, Henry McLaughlin, Andy
Oh,
Davidson,
God's sake, Henry McLaughlin.
Liz Auld, Irene McAtee. Irene McAtee, she's second left from the front row. Liz Auld is bottom
Liz
row,
Auld.
second on the right hand side. Not looking very happy. Well, I can see that.
Yeah.
In the middle row, extreme right, there's Wilson Miller, Jim Smith, and Henry McLaughlin. That is a McLaughlin. See this boy here? Is that the McLaughlin there?
Why? Henry McLaughlin.
He looks like Tommy.
Yeah, the McLaughlins. On the subject of McLaughlins, Uncle Michael, here's a wee story again from my wee diary that my dad and then actually Mr. McLaughlin, did he save you from a bit of a dispute?
I was being beaten up by two boys just outside the chapel.
Hi, what actually can you remember? What actually happened? Can you give us a wee bit of?
Well, these are two boys I knew. I think they came from the same school as me, and they were always teasing me because I was so small and thin. But one day they started to beat me up, and Tommy happened to come past because he lived in Eglin Place, just in the corner
Next
of
to
the
the chapel.
And he came across and he split them up. He just chased both of them away. And he says, next time that happens, just let me know. He says, I'll get them. And I used to play football against him. He played with the Kilwinning secondary school football team. And I played with St. Mike's. We used to play against each other. And it was funny, he used to come up to me and give me advice. This is the opposition. I played midfield and he was midfield as well. We used to stand and talk to each other and he would tell me what to do and what not to do, how to play football. He had a coaching session in the middle of the game. That was Tommy.
It seemingly he was a good football player, Uncle Michael, Tommy.
Oh, he was super. He was never that fit, but he had the stamina.
Aye. Who's
No, he was
this?
Tommy.
Tommy?
He stood out in the team, yeah.
Aye.
Well, I'm going to ask a question. This is for historical purposes, right? So, first memory of which, if you can really go back there, what is your first memory that you can remember?
My first memory as a baby was in caught in that pramette that folded up.
See,
You'll never get that.
And it cut the top of my finger off. And my mother stuck it back on again, took me to the doctor's.
That's right.
There's a hill of Ladyford Avenue falling up behind.
And Elizabeth, what's
So
your
My first, it was that I can think it is starting school. Just wee things can come up now and again before I went to school, but that was the main point. The day I started school, Mrs. Nugent. I wouldn't get in. I was feared because there was loads of people. I mean, I kind of know of a big family, but I felt it was really too much. I remember that I'm not going in there. I was kind of feared.
She lives in a flat.
And Mrs. Nugent came out and she said, "Do you like this?" It was an apple she had.
Yeah.
"Would you like this?" And she said, "I'm not." And she says, she took my hand, and she was a big tall person when she did, Michael. Well, that's
big.
me right now.
She was
She
big.
took my hand, went to the classroom and sat me down. And beside, there wasn't just me, there was 2 or 3 Waynes were kind of greeting and that kind. So then the next thing to that was, I was still in primary 1, whenever my mother came up, God, we were to get our photo taken at the end of the season, end of the year, we got our photo taken. So we're all in the class, we all used to get our photo taken in the class in the primary 1, well, everywhere, all the classes, but my mother was outside and my hair was stripping me. So she lifted her skirt up and see the frill, it was running about her petticoat. She ripped it up, do a bit of, and she got hold of my hair. And if you see that photo, that's a petticoat I've got in my head.
Yeah.
It's tied a bow. I looked that shoe and I went and sat down. And if there's a photo of me, I don't know who's got it.
No, I don't know.
The front row with this big bow in my head, or a second big bow in my head. And that's my mother's petticoat.
Believe that. My mother used to make me clothes for going to St Michael's. The black blazer with yellow cord round the edge. She did all that before I went to St Michael's for the first time in the summer.
Aye.
And she also, a couple of years later, she also had flowery material. Red flowery
And
material. Made me a pair of short trousers. And I put them on. And I went to St Mike's that day with these flowery trousers underneath. You know, it was the lining more than the outside, but you can still see the lining. Anyway, at lunchtime we were playing football, and there's a fence near there, near where the nuns stayed.
right.
And I hit the ball over the fence, and when I was trying to get it, retrieve it, I fell off the fence and it ripped my trousers wide open. And you could see on the floor, but I went straight to the bus. She says, I didn't realise you didn't like them so much. She said, or she hated them so much.
Oh, she was some woman. She had Holy Communion dresses. My mother used to waken up, if we were making a Holy Communion, she was waking us up through the night, couple of us, but I was just sitting there, put my arms out, and she would put me pins and all this material.
That's right.
Sometimes they jagged you, the pins. You just sitting in your half sleeping, oh, I want to go back to bed, Mum. And then, she said, right, that's you, when you go to bed. She was up all night doing that dress. It was a beautiful, beautiful dress.
You had a thing.
And the only thing she didn't make was, I went up to Glasgow, and it was a wee shop in Glasgow. It sold the veils for the head,
Yeah.
and the big cross at the back, done in silk. She used to go up to Glasgow for that. That's the only thing, but the rest she made, and I loved the dresses. Everyone lasses get their dresses made.
Aye.
And mine were carrying. I don't know whether hers was bought. I think I'm not sure whether she made Catherine's, but all the ones above me, she made the dresses, and all the ones could tell you better, John.
Aye.
She made dresses sack material. It was sack. They used the sacks for the flour. The old sacks. Well, Mother used to get them and dye them the sack, and she made dresses. No, that she did, Ken.
And did you have a sewing machine, singer sewing machine? Did you have?
A singer sewing machine, a pedal. She used to pedal it.
Pedal, yeah.
And then we had to, Michael, do you remember threading the needle for my mum? You had to thread the needle.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
She couldn't see, so she would shout one as I said, want to thread the needle. So we used to thread the needle for her, because she couldn't see the wee thing.
I know. I can
had the
remember
lines. I think
can
everyone
remember-
has, the younger ones, well, I Kenny, yourself, me and John, we used
Yeah.
to thread it for my mother.
I can remember a couple of the boys bringing home an organ from an old house. I don't know how they got their hands in it, but they got their hands in this organ.
Aye,
It's through a woodworm. They used to put it in the front room there,
that's right.
mother's room,
Aye,
and it was a pedal thing as well. You could press the pedals.
that's right. Or the
Yeah.
pedals.
It was
Aye.
the air going into the system that made the noise. And we used to bang away at that organ year after year. Yeah.
That's brilliant.
Aye. Oh, I loved it. I think that's how we're all musical. But my father, he used to go into the kitchen at 6 of Ladyford, cemented floors in the kitchen. Remember, Michael?
Yeah,
cement
but you didn't know the words of the song.
And tap dance.
You didn't know the
Because
words of
tap
the
dance
song.
on that floor, because you could hear he used to wear the wee segs in his shoes. Do you mind the segs?
That's right.
And he used to tap dance in the flare, Ken, just sing with. I used to love just watching him. I didn't think he could dance when he stepped.
You didn't know the words of the song though. You were, "Are you a lady? Are you a lady? I love you." That was our singing. That was
No,
him
what was
singing.
that song?
Are you a
And then
lady?
he say, do you remember him saying, "The boys stood on the burning deck"? And my mother used to go, "Stop there, stop, no, stop there." It must have been a kind of dirty one, kind of thing. Don't you dare, don't you dare.
His bum was full of blister.
And he was start again, "The boys stood on the burning deck."
His bum
Some
His
users.
bum was full of blisters.
That's it, I think.
Imagine.
Aye.
Well, I've got that picture up where
See, the other ones, the other ones, and they'll know that song right through.
right.
They will.
And that picture I've got there, she looks great with a smile.
Ah, she was lovely. Ah, she was.
What a great smile she's got there.
Aye, I know.
Her hair was lovely.
Oh, it was a beautiful blonde, wasn't it? It was like a platinum blonde, my
Yeah,
mother says.
platinum.
Beautiful. So she had. And mine, we used to comb her hair, sit at the back here when she was sitting doing, used to crawl up and sit behind and get a comb and comb her hair. When her hair was dead long doing her back, I used to comb
see.
and comb it. Then she
You see,
used to do my back. Aye. Aye.
Sadie, Annie, all the lasses with the long hair. You can
So
see
they
down
did,
their
every
back.
one of them. Every one of them.
I can see that.
Sadie,
Because on this,
her hair was lovely.
on this photograph, just for purposes. So this is up on the right hand side here. Who's this?
Annie,
That's Annie,
Annie, Robert,
This is Robert.
Robert,
Mamie.
Mamie,
Mamie's in the middle there. Alec
Alec,
and Agnes.
Agnes,
Ah,
and then to
Hello,
her,
Agnes. Sadie,
Sadie,
Judy,
Judy,
is that
Sarah.
Catherine?
Sarah, Catherine,
That's Catherine.
Eddie.
aye,
Eddie. He's the oldest.
Eddie. There's Samuel,
Sam in the front. Elizabeth.
that's me,
Don't know him.
Michael,
Don't know him.
Had the Beatles haircut.
the Beatles, the Beatles haircut, aye, that's true.
Before the
who's
Beatles come out.
Who's
Hector.
Hector,
I
That's
don't know who
and
that,
John,
that's Hector.
that's Hector,
I don't know who that wee boy. Don't know
and
that
Martha
boy.
Martha and Margaret, it's at both ends. They're
Martha and
well,
Margaret are at both ends of the
Oh, no,
picture.
aye.
I need to find that photograph. That's a
Yeah.
really-
You'll have to try and get me on it, son, Martha and Margaret.
Aye, we need to get. We'll get them on it. Don't worry. I think we'll get.
Look at the big smile. Look at the big smile your dad has.
I know something's kicking off you because they're all showing whoever has a big smile. So, I tell you what, who's this? Who's that there? Man, Sadie? No.
Right.
Where's that?
She just looks,
Oh, Mamie,
Mamie.
Or Mamie.
Wow, she looks like she looks beautiful.
Oh, that's her hair. Her hair was a golden blonde, reddish, reddish golden. Her hair was beautiful.
Yeah.
Her Annie was Auburn.
That's the front wedding. They're looking up Church Street.
That's right. It's looking up 60 Ladyford Avenue.
Yeah.
And you look through that window, you'll see Church Street. Where
Wow.
I'm standing the new.
Wow.
All right.
That's fantastic. That is brilliant. I'm going to have a couple of wee bits and bobs me fling on here. So here's some of you lassies, some of the lassies here.
Agnes, Catherine.
Okay, aye. And
Oh,
then,
that's it.
A lot of bleach in that photo.
What?
A lot of bleach in that photo.
Now, look at the size of the Todds. Look at that.
Aye. And there's one missing. You're Alan.
Wow.
At the Todds.
Aye. That's the most. That's the all, Michael. Yes, Gareth. See the left hand side?
I can
Just the
just
top boy at the back.
James.
James.
this is James here, eh?
James.
And that's Marlon.
Marlon.
Yvonne.
Phyllis and I
Louise.
had a session, had an incident in your house at the bottom of Ladyford.
Who's that?
Phyllis and I were visiting you lot.
You lot.
Did you know you stayed in the bottom of Ladyford?
Aye. That's what I remember. Aye.
But, anyway, we Marlon started choking. You could see her eyes rolling. And I just grabbed her, and Phyllis grabbed her as well. And we just shook her. It was almost a Heimlich procedure. Whatever it was in her mouth or in her throat, came popping out, and she was fine.
You know what it was? It was the top of a lollipop.
It was a lollipop.
Mm-hmm.
And we saw the eyes rolling. There was her eyes rolling that said there's something wrong here.
That's
so we
right.
just grabbed her, threw her into the kitchen and just pressed her stomach. And they all come out.
Mm-hmm.
So Aunt Elizabeth,
Oh,
just,
See the wee lollipops on sticks.
aye.
You have lollipops. My ways didn't get one. If
That's
they're
right, one of the lollipops, yeah.
up,
And
back
just
the thing, like,
just for myself,
no
Aunt
boiling.
Elizabeth, what's all the names here? Because I don't know any of them, if I'm brutally
Do you know
honest.
his son?
I've been away that long. So
Oh,
for the right hand side, who's this? Who's this boy with the beard?
that's Ryan. That's my grandson. That's Louise's boy.
Right.
He's in groups, 2 groups in Glasgow.
Glad
David.
You
David,
buy a pair
that's
of-
Marlon's boy.
you buy a pair of shoes in his shop.
And Sam, that's me, young Samuel, my Sam's boy.
right.
Sam. Derek, that's Marlon's boy.
Right. Brilliant. And then who's this?
Sam.
Wow.
James, that's James, then Yvonne, then Louise.
And the 2 young boys here. the
Oh,
number-
I'm saying James. That's James Samuel. Aye, Samuel, then Alan. Gareth. Oh, I'm getting mixed up there.
that's
Samuel, Gareth. And then that's Gareth's 2 boys right in front of him. They're the football boys.
And what are they,
Oh,
what's
yeah.
their names? What's their names?
They're the boys. Now, there's one cut out there. That's your Saul. Saul's, you see his wee shirt there.
Aye.
Saul's there.
Number 10 is Cooper's image. Paula's boy, he's 10.
Aye.
Just looks like him.
Does he?
Aye.
It's a good photograph. It's a good photograph. I love it. And
Aye,
then,
there's no idea.
so we'll get there. And then here's the game. Here's
Oh, that's Edward
Eddie.
and his wife and his wee grandbairns. Aye.
Yeah, I think that's right.
Aye.
I went into Facebook and grabbed them off, and then we've got these two.
Oh, there's Danny. Dan.
Greening was
That's
on.
John Jopo and Elizabeth. Elizabeth, that's who Annie's
Yeah,
Last
John
name.
Porter,
great.
Elizabeth
photograph.
Porter,
And then we've got this man.
Dan
And-
Greening,
Dan Greenan.
And-
Margaret's man.
Aye,
And
He was
then
a, he was a
there's Margaret.
with a cigarette.
Would say, and there's that's her grandson sitting beside her.
And he's another
That's
musician.
Doreen's
He's a
boy.
musician, isn't he? Is he a musician? So this lad here, Margaret's grandson. Is he a
This
musician?
is her grandson.
Brilliant. And then what else we got here? We've got another couple. We've got the
You're Alec.
Oh, you're Alec. And Jamie.
yeah.
And young
Jamie's
Aki.
And who's this?
Then who that is?
Eddie
I know.
McCulloch.
I know who that is.
Reddy's boy.
Eddie's boy.
Anthony.
Anthony, brilliant.
Anthony. Oh yeah.
I thought it was him. Okay, that's two brawny pair
Oh, that's a good one.
John and Agnes. Yeah.
Aye.
photograph.
John looks like President Biden.
He does.
That was at the lass's wedding,
Wow.
Michael.
Whose
That's a-
wedding?
Great wedding, wasn't it?
Whose wedding?
Oh, was it? Oh, maybe it wasn't. I'm thinking it was your
Oh, Paula.
lass's wedding.
Paula or Donna.
Paula's.
Paula's it would be. No, I don't think that's.
No, it wasn't.
It's a
No,
really good photograph, eh? Good photograph.
that is.
She's got cheap glasses with boots.
Oh, I see Martha and Phyllis.
West Hill.
Look at
That's
these
Martha
two.
and Phyllis out West Hill.
Aye.
Martha, Phyllis, who up at, just at the back door before it was renovated.
Aye, looks great.
That's right. Oh, aye. I remember the back door. Aye.
And
Remember
then-
that
God,
night?
didn't
Remember that night? All you lasses were there, staying for a couple of days.
Oh, I knew Margaret. Oh, my God.
Margaret went.
It's laughable,
Margaret
isn't it, Michael?
came out of the toilet and she went into the
Through the night.
bedroom.
She was food.
With
She
the-
went to bed. And I
Went
just
into bed and she had the Andrex still rolling behind her.
aye. What it was, Michael he goes, shh, I swear, Margaret's in the toilet. So he was just looking after her, so I'm standing there, and then she comes out, she was going like that, kind of thing her horns. I said, what's that about? And I'm laughing, and then when Michael starts laughing, I'm trying not to laugh out loud, not to disturb her. She walks into the room, the toilet roll, and it's a long corridor in his bloody house, the hall. The toilet roll came to the toilet, right? It was stuck at Margaret's
I called her Andrex,
behind.
Andrex kid after. She didn't like it.
And that's right. And then Michael just stood in it. Margaret walked on and she didn't ken. She went back to her bed, didn't she?
That's Sally
What?
Brad. That's Sally Bradford and
What's the about toilet roll?
Aye. Oh, this is
It wasn't-
so this is Andrea, Robert, Margaret, and Sally Ann, eh?
Oh,
That's
that is.
And then that's a good photo.
Look at Robert there. It's Robert Allen.
Big Robert.
Aye. Good
Last time I
photograph.
saw him, he punched me.
Oh, really?
Oh, that's me. I mean, that's so we're Margaret.
Yeah.
We're Annie sitting beside me and we're Mimi.
Mamie's was at the back there, yeah.
That's
Annie's-
that's
Annie,
Ryan Carey.
Funny.
Margaret at the front. Louise to her left.
Ah, it's great. Good
That was in
photo.
my house in
Was it?
Ladyford.
It's great. And then I've got the Bradford clan. I
that's
think.
Margaret.
Oh, it's Margaret and
All
the boy old, our man,
No better.
Natalie.
Good photograph.
no.
Good photograph. Right, and I've got just to winging through. Here's Mr. Mr. McIntyre, or a few of the
Oh, the
McIntyre.
McIntyre. Aye. Oh, aye.
I can remember years ago with Kevin. Kevin had the story about him joining the Foreign Legion. Him and his good pal Rob, and I met Kevin when he came out. He wasn't come out. He came. He was out for a holiday. And I decided
It's different.
I used to have this long black mane of hair, and I went and shaved the hair off so I could look like Kevin, and it was the worst thing I could ever done in my. It was a nightmare.
Oh, God.
Oh, there's Colin. Who's that at the back? That's
Colin. Aye,
magic.
that's Colin. And that's Rosalind's boys there. Me
Wow.
Rosalind's.
That's brilliant.
Who's the name of the boy that died?
That's him there. Zach.
No, but no, one of Mimi's boys.
Oh, Mimi's.
Oh, Derek.
Derek. Yeah,
Derek died in a buggy.
he was studying at home, and the older boys came to had access to a car,
A buggy.
a buggy,
A beach buggy.
a beach buggy. They threw the buggy and crashed it at speed, and he got killed.
Edward suffered an awful lot too. Young Edward.
Yeah. Yeah, some great. There's some.
He was using crutches and his neck and
Oh, was he?
aye.
Good, I like that.
Aye.
I can remember.
What, Michael?
I can remember the house, the Mike Steiden in Irvine doing it near Ruby Crescent. Oh, what was it called?
Oh, what did you cry her place, Michael?
Oh, things. It's on the way out of Irvine.
I was doing beside the Green Bridge. What was it called? Oh, I'm there.
Oh, we used to go all the time.
I can't remember.
Oh, what did you cry at? Mel, oh no. Oh, that's terrible.
You know, I can't remember.
This is quite the bottom end. That was fine. And then there's that one.
Oh, you're handsome, Michael.
I wasn't sure which one to pick.
They two, that was a pal. They two were awful like each other, weren't they, Michael?
They were friendly for
Oh,
years.
aye,
Yeah.
aye. They're awful like each other.
That's good.
I
Then,
don't know who that is in the middle.
then I've got another one.
No.
This is you lot, Uncle Michael. You're
As a Christmas meal,
Oh.
Paul and John's house, and
Oh.
Anne Marie in the background there, and Phyllis has got her glasses on there.
That's, I see her. Can you see her there?
good.
And I think that's Erin. That's Anne Marie's boy, Lassie.
Who? Oh,
Erin.
Erin.
It's the Lassie of Anne Marie. That's John Colley's sister.
Right.
Right.
That's Paula's in-laws.
Right. Aye. Okay.
That's her. And the kids.
And then I've got another one. This is the Mr.
Oh,
here again.
that's who Edward and Anthony and
Edward and Anthony, yeah.
Elizabeth and what do you call it? And Edward's wife in the middle.
Oh, there's Maureen's there, isn't she?
Maureen's at the bottom there.
At the
Maureen's
bottom.
at the bottom. And that's Elizabeth's. Is it Elizabeth's grand? Who's that?
Maureen is married to Lassie the boy Jimison, isn't it?
Right.
Maureen Jimison.
It's good. It's really good photo.
Because he's called
Look at
Wee Jimmy.
these- look at these two.
Oh,
Jimison.
look at these two. You're Mary's boys.
What a
Oh,
great
Darren and
that is.
what you call that one? Darren and
Whose boys?
Mary's.
you're
Mary McIntyre.
Mary McIntyre's Wayne's boys.
Didn't realise that.
Just a great.
Oh, what's
photograph.
that's terrible.
Look at these faces. Oh, it's
John, what's her name?
it's oh my god! I knew
Darren.
Darren and oh, that's shocking. That's my brain going.
Oh, so I can.
Shocking. That's the name.
Darren Shocking. well, that's been recorded. So,
Oh, Colin.
and then there's
No.
my then there's
Yeah, that's Richard. Aye.
Yeah.
This
You
is
know the
Richard.
hat off.
Young Richard.
that was doing it. We went down to Wembley when Scotland played England,
Yeah.
and this boy on the right left hand side is his good mate called Davy Brown, who they grew up together with. So good photograph, good memory.